Hello. It is me. The snake. It's money as well. Hello. It is time. SP Frog summoned Pog? It is time for this. For Pagl'than. My item level is too low. Hold on. Do I have equipable stuff here? Well, yes, but it's bad. Okay. Hold on. We'll have to go to Yulmore and buy items, so I'm allowed to enter. Oh well. Good morning, Yulmore. I'm prepared, I swear. Trip lurker, yep. What do I place? Left side mostly, okay. I just need to barely get over the cap though. So I'll probably just, yeah. Put this in here. Put this in here. That should do. The Pie Dragon and Plant Monkey. Ooh. Nice. That's Redania. Ulda is where I need to go. Nice. Monkey. I assume you mean in Pokemon, right? I'm just kind of guessing that's what you mean. Yeah. Okay, now, for real this time, with having adequate items and stuff. Are you ready for this dungeon, my friends? Because, the music good. I'm not over-exaggerating or anything. The music good. Who do we take?
I
want Raha.
ever ready.
I want Raha in my party. Always a good choice. And the twins. Why not the twins? The twins are fun. Let's go. Pagl'than. Let's go! This dungeon is so good. So, to catch everyone up on the story who hasn't seen last stream, I think I'll do that when we have a better vantage point. But needless to say, things are happening, and it's all Xenos' fault. Because Xenos is back and he's currently pondering his weapon. This song is so good. I hope y'all vibing. Because I am. I know I am vibing. Crafting half day already for that. Oof. Fun fact. This song is actually a remix of a completely different song called Smolder that has been in the game since 1.0. Debris! Do you need to break this? I think we do. Die, wall! I hope the audio levels are okay. Hi! Audio good, very nice. I love this song so much. I've been waiting for this the entire expansion. This is my favorite dungeon in this expansion. Not my favorite dungeon in the game. My favorite dungeon in the game is in Endwalker. It's called Ctesias Hyperborea. And if you've played Endwalker, you know what dungeon that is, and you know why I like it. But I would ask you to not say anything in chat. About why I like it. Don't spoil the people who don't know this game. But I think if you know that name, you know why I like the dungeon. Oh, and I can promise you, Karkuin, you will like the dungeon too for the exact same reason. God, this song is so good. To really rush through here with players. Oh boy. Also, yeah, so I should mention, that was in fact Estinian riding on Tiamat, the dragon that was imprisoned back in Azisla. We maybe kind of freed her last time. You're picking up all kinds of lovely storylines, story threads in this this here expansion. Way! Boom! There it is! Look at this view! That is why we're here. The Tower of the End Times. So those kind of all appeared suddenly. And they are currently being used to end the world. So I think this boss fight is a good time to just sort of catch y'all up on the storyline. So, what's been happening last stream? I need to fucking move. Well, we finally discovered a cure for tempering. The thing that primals do to people, where they kind of take over everything, their thoughts, their will. We finally found a cure for it, and we've made it possible to mass produce that cure. Now, what that means specifically, oh god, I can't cast.
You underestimate me. Let's give them a shot.
Is we can finally have lasting bonds with the tribes of this world, of our continent, because the thing that's been keeping us from doing so the most was tempering and primal summoning. And then just as we finally did all that, just as things started to get good again, these towers appeared.
On guard.
And then our new secondary villain, Fandaniel, showed up. I'm going to make this a bit quieter while I'm talking. Then our new side villain, Fandaniel, showed up, who's allied with Xenos, and talked about how he wants to literally kill everyone by destroying the planet. And he wants to destroy the planet in the exact same way it was destroyed in during the Calamity. And we don't quite know how he does that, how he will do so. He did not let on about the inner workings of his plan, which is a bit rude. But yeah, that's what's been happening last time. Our favorite boy, Aronval, then picked up Fordola and went kind of exactly here.
Leave the healing to me.
And then we had a little dragon-centric intermission. But yeah, this is why we're here. That tower. Materia, how nice. Look at this lens flare.
What took
Holy
you so long?
shit.
Your mods are
Hi.
in trouble. Let's split up.
Bye, Estinian. Bye, Tiamat. So yeah, Dragon Mom. Yeah, Dragon Mom good. I like Tiamat. Boom. But yeah, I promised you Xenos, Kakuin. You will get Xenos. There will be a lot of Xenos in the future. He is the main antagonist for the next expansion, after all. There will be a lot of Xenos. Because he is the second biggest untied up story thread that we have. The biggest obviously being Zodiac and Hydaelyn, who, as we know now, are primals. A lot of simping, yes. We do appreciate Xenos here. Woo. Oh, talking about hot people. Hi, Emmerich. How you doing? No, the bump. No. Move. What's this? A realm reborn aggro. What the fuck? Re? Why do you re at me? Ah! It brocked. I didn't even notice. Boop. Ah! I've been bonked. No, it's not stolen. I can manually do them. You just need to tell me that they are broken. I'm kind of busy right now. You know? Ah, yes. Hi, Tiamat. Boop. Oh, so good. Oh. Ah. I'm busy right now. One second. Crap. Boom. Okay. Now I can drink. Okay. Ah, this boss, right. I forgot I was here. I really love this dungeon. It's so good. Boom! Really? Really? Oh no! Not the staff. Flare! More ads! Okay, it is in fact time to go up here and bonk the core. Wait, so the cast doesn't even throw you off? I thought the cast going through threw you off. Can you tell I haven't done this with NPCs in a while? And players usually don't see that cast. Raha! Raha, it's ads! Thank you, Raha. No. Not alright, I'm very hurt actually. Ah yes, the slow rockets! My favorite invention! Look at them! Look at the slow rockets! How? How does that even work? Ah! The slow rockets! More ads!
You underestimate me!
Woo.
Leave the healing to me.
I am leaving the healing to you. What do you mean? Raha! Raha, the ads! I know I am a very good-looking bunny at the moment. But that's no reason to get so distracted that you can't tank anymore, Raha. And woo! Let's go! Break the core! Break it!
On guard!
And dead. Nice. And now it's time for the best thing. I'm so sorry that you won't be able to fully appreciate this because of bad internet. But I highly recommend playing this yourself or watching the VOD at full quality later when it's up. Okay, if these would die, please. Holy crap. Yes. I just get to pick? Okay, I just get to pick. Look at this! So cool! It's so pretty! Oh. Man! I love this area. I hope that this area looks at least half as good as it looks in person for the low quality stream mode on people's phones. It looks good, very nice. I love this so much. Alright, Luna Bahamut, hi! Right, that was here. So we came here to kill that thing. You mustn't kill Chaos. Oh wait. Yeah. I'm here to kill Chaos. Someday I will play Strange of Paradise. Maybe. Thank you, Raha, for pulling them onto my ley lines. Such a helpful cat boy.
You underestimate me.
Boom. Look at him go. All fancy and cat-boyish. Look at this man. Oh, there we go. Telutherium, Luna Bahamut. And Tiamat's like, bitch! How dare you do this to the image of my husband? Boom! Ah, Shadowbringers boss music. It's the last time we're gonna hear it. In the story. I should not have put that there. Yep.
Just the beginning.
Yup. Ah, come on! Look at the Agmon marker. Ow. 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 Lovely marker. The Ak marker, as I like to call it. All right. I remember. Let's go. Ah, yeah, this. The fun version of Agrai. It does that too. Lunar Flare. That was, yeah, that one. Where's the safe spot for this pattern? I don't remember. Ah, right here. Come on, finish. Nope. Ah, sad. Giga Flare. More Akmorn! Yay! Don't you love getting Akmorned in the morning? Akmorning, if you will. It's a bad joke. I'm sorry. Ah, fuck me. What were I thinking? Well, follow it. It'll be fine. Oh man. It's the other pattern. There we go. Die, Bahamut. Again. You've already died twice, but... Boop. Isn't LSA supposed to just be really trigger happy with the LBs? What happened, girl? Why you no LBing?
There'll be nothing left of you.
There it is.
Smoking crater.
There it is. Very good. She was like, oh right, LB. Thank you for reminding me, Rain. Boom.
Leave the healing to me.
And dead. Very nice. And now it's Xeno's time, I think. Might be one cutscene in between. But just about. We've entered Xeno's territory. We arrived. We're here. I unfortunately don't have a full recollection of everything. But they should show him one more time just to taunt us. Let's make this a bit more quiet in relation to everything else. Just bring up the volume. There we go. Cutscene time. Get out the popcorn. Reading. Unless you know dragon language, obviously. As one does.
Noble warriors, the dragons chose their friends well. Long have our peoples waged war, but no more. Your fallen lie beside our own. By our words and deeds shall we honor their sacrifice.
We would be proud to call you our allies.
The enemy of our enemy is our friend. And you have proven yourselves worthy of our trust. It is the Guardians who are deserving of our fury. I shall see that my brethren learn the truth of this day, and rally as many as possible to the cause, till we meet again.
And thus did we make allies of the Amalja.
It would certainly seem that way. The Sultana will be pleased. Let's go and give her the good news, shall we?
Sometime earlier inside the Pagl'than Tower.
What in Ralga's name happened here?
The gods only know. But you can bet these poor sods aren't here by choice.
Quickly! We've got to get them free!
Get back!
No! What have I done?
It's too late for them! We're leaving, now!
No! No! Don't you dare! We came together and we're leaving together!
He'll be fine, right? Well, it would be so too much to hope that we seen the last of Daniel. We've dealt his schemes a telling blow. That alone is cause to celebrate. And celebrate I will, when we have received word of the Arnvald's safe return. Of his safe return! Right? Yes, you can, Pat. I fixed it. The patch should work. Standing around here worrying is not going to help matters. Come, we must discuss today's event with people in our grace. Brave science! That was her, actually. Oops. Would that I could treat you to a hero's welcome, but I bear urgent news from the frontistery. Your grace, whatever's the matter. As the troops withdrew from Pagl'than, they came upon the 2 scouts sent to the nearby tower. I've yet to hear full account, but it seems one of them, your friend I believe, had been wounded and was being dragged away by the other. Oh no. I must go. Forgive me, Your Grace. Can you tell us aught of Arenvald's condition, Your Grace, the wounded scout? Not save that it is grave. The chirurgeons tend to him as we speak. The infirmary must be near it, where they're wounded. If all is off go, we'll only get underfoot. Rain, Estinian, would you mind going after Alfino? He may need some support from someone other than me. Very well. Thank you. The rest of us will see that the relevant people know what took place in Pagl'than. Come on, then. I love Estinian. Like, he knows how much he means to Alfino, and how much Alfino looks up to him. It's so nice. Hastings, please. Yes. Pet pat. Zahando. Oh, whoops. pets. The hand! Another one come to see this lead and silver armor? Master D'Amelio is attending him as we speak. If you'd be so kind as to wait. What did Master D'Amelio say? Tell me his exact words. Enough, Alfino. This isn't helping. But you're right, forgive me. When we said our farewells to Arnveld, I was afraid that something like this might happen. But now that it has, all we can do is wait.
Fordola, have you been waiting here all this time?
Of course she has.
We have done what we can. The rest is up to him.
May we see him?
I do not think that wise. You must let him sleep.
Thank you for bringing him back. He owes you his life. I just wish I had been there. Perhaps, I don't know, perhaps I could have...
Could have what? Got tempered? Don't flatter yourself. You can't save everyone. No one can. Not even the warrior of bloody light. People die all the time, for no good reason. And those who take up the sword die quicker than most. If you're going to shed a tear every time a soldier falls on the battlefield, you'd best stay away. It's no place for the weak of heart.
It may be that victory cannot be won without cost. But all life is precious, and I refuse to shrug at its loss.
All life is precious! Oh, you need to grow up, little man. Before your sparkling ideals get everyone killed.
She has so much guilt because he got hurt protecting her.
You're right. He is idealistic. But the world has more than its fair share of realists, like you and me. It's people like him who dare to dream that things could be better and make it happen against all the odds. They are the ones whose names live on forever. The heroes.
The battlefield's littered with would-be heroes. At this rate, you lot'll be next. And what'll become of your precious dreams then? They'll be gone. Like dust on the wind.
Dreams worth fighting for don't die so easily.
Ah. This is so good. I know. There's nothing more I can do here. Come, let us rejoin the others. Your Grace invites the Scions of the Seventh Dawn to join her in the Fragrant Chamber. Your comrades have already arrived. Will the three of you be joining them? We will.
Your Grace, pray forgive us our lateness.
Think not of that. I understand a close comrade of yours was wounded in the line of duty. Arenvold.
Yes, warrior of bloody light.
It was at the Alliance's behest that he risked all, and we are grieved to hear of his condition. Rest assured, he will receive the finest care our chirurgeons can provide. On that you have my word.
Oh, it's chirurgeon. Interesting.
Now, we would share with you the findings of the mission. Pippin, pray relate to our guests the details of Fordola's account.
Pippin! Look at him! Okay, they didn't want to voice act him, poor guy.
First Bahamut, now Ifrit. Or Lunar Ifrit, as Fan Daniel would doubtless have it.
'Tis now all but certain that the towers were conceived to facilitate the summoning of primals by those imprisoned within. Less certain is the means by which the Telophoroi constrain the wills of said entities to enact their designs in defiance of the pleas of their victims.
Mayhap they do not. If mere proximity to the towers is enough to make loyal servants of the Empire's mortal enemies, it stands to reason that the same is true for those held captive. They invoke their gods for the good of Garlemald, and in their disturbed state of mind, summon a primal whose form reflects their own alteration.
It all begins to make sense. Upon closer inspection, I realized that the towers bear a striking resemblance to a much larger structure which Urianger and I observed from afar during our visit to the Imperial capital. Assuming it too is capable of tempering those in its immediate vicinity, it would go some way to explain the swiftness with which the Telophoroi managed to rally so many Imperials to their cause.
Mind control! Yay!
While the situation in Garlemald is indeed troubling, I fear we have more immediate concerns.
Oh.
Ifrit was not the only primal summoned. At approximately the same time, observers at several other towers bore witness to the emergence of further such entities. For a blessing, none appear to wield aught approaching the destructive power of Bahamut, and the Grand Companies are moving to deal with the threat even as we speak.
The Grand Companies, Your Grace, is that wise?
Though we are aware that the task will not be easy, we would call upon the Scions only as a last resort. Pray, conserve your strength for now.
I mean, they can fight
After
now
all,
that tempering
it was
is
not
no
so
longer.
very long ago that you rid us of Bahamut. On which note, I am pleased to report that our talks with the Amalja have reached an agreeable conclusion. They have pledged their full support to our cause. It is our hope that this historic agreement will encourage other tribes to join us at the negotiating table. and I know that I speak for all of the Allied leaders when I say that we will welcome them with open arms at such time as they do. Of course, this was only made possible by the feats of heroism performed at Pagl'than. Moreover, we shall not allow the sacrifices of those fallen in battle to have been made in vain. As hope leads to victory, shall victory lead to a new dawn for Eorzea.
May these words ever be our guide, Your Grace.
Now, if you will forgive me, I must consult with the Syndicate on the matter of our new allies' integration. Till next we meet, my friends, I bid you safe travels and blessed respite.
Is it now? I haven't done any of them. I don't know. So, at some point in the storyline, I think it's right here, the interface changes its, changes its wording from Beast Tribe to just Tribe to reflect the change in attitude that the people of Eorzea have toward the tribes. They no longer consider them uncivilized beastmen from this point forward. And that's such a nice attention to detail to also change the text in the interface to reflect that. It's so good. Right then, unless anyone has any objections, I think it's time we go back to the rising, to enjoy this rising stones. And that includes you, Elfina. Our vote is in good hands here. Of course, you would doubtless mock me for pacing about the infirmary. Let us retire then, that we might regain our strength and readiness for the coming challenges. If all are in agreement, then, I shall let Cryle know to expect us. What bath and a hearty meal shouldn't be beyond arranging within the time available. Within the time available. It will be good to be home. I have some thinking to do. Aww. Yes, I'll try asking him, and thank you. I should look forward to it. Our comrades eagerly await our return, and Cryle in particular has a few matters she's keen to discuss, one of which concerns you, Estinian, I believe it or not. You will join us, won't you? Fine. Really? I thought you said you were avoiding that Baldesian woman. If I refused, you would only pursue me. Let's get this over with, shall we? I love how expressive the cutscenes have become. Even the cutscenes that aren't voice acted and use only the emote animation system are so expressive these days. It's so nice. Now, you could do that entire cutscene yourself with just properly configured hotbars, I guess. And a nice camera.
Welcome back. I expect
expect you must all be exhausted. Ere you take your rest, however, I would beg a moment of your time. Thanks to Arenvold's selfless efforts, we may now be confident that we understand the function of the towers. But many questions remain regarding the reason for the summonings and what lurks behind the looming edifice in Garlemald. Until such questions are answered, we will struggle to devise an effective strategy for thwarting the Telophoroi's stated aim. Nothing less than the destruction of this star. And so, given the gravity of the situation, I move that we petition the aid of Sharlayan.
Yes.
'Tis possible the ancient knowledge preserved within our archives may hide a clue to our enemy's methods. But given Sharlayan's established policy of non-intervention, our former colleagues are not like to aid us in its discovery.
Oh, I well remember what they're like. The Forum's barefaced refusal to assist you in the days prior to the calamity must rank as Sharlayan's most shameful act since the Exodus. But were the final days to be reenacted, it would spell doom for us all. Surely even they cannot turn a blind eye to that.
Surely.
I trust we are all of the same mind on this matter. Urgent as it seemed, I took the liberty of petitioning the Alliance for leave to act as Eorzea's emissary, and have since received their blessing.
I presume your role as a student of Baldesion will carry some weight with the Forum?
One can but hope. If truth be told, our organization has been a shadow of its former self ever since the disappearance of the Isle of Val. But the name does still retain some degree of prestige. I only pray it will be enough. If there are no objections, I shall depart for Sharlayan at once. But before I do, I should also mention the other matter to which I would devote some time during my stay.
No, this is 5-5.
After hearing what transpired in the first, I began to question the true nature of Hydaelyn's blessing. A topic I have discussed at some length with Y'shtola.
We were wondering, when was the last time Hydaelyn spoke to you directly?
Near the end of the Dragonsong War. It's been a long time ago.
When you regained her blessing, was it not? But never since. Not in all your time in the first, when you faced the Unsundered, the very heart of Zodiark.
History shows us that Hydaelyn is able to awaken the echo in her chosen, convey her will directly, and grant the blessing of light. To our knowledge, however, she has not sought to intervene in man's affairs for some considerable time.
Might not the explanation for that lie with her choice of champion? Mayhap she is content to trust in his judgment.
Mayhap she is. But following my initial discussion with Kryl, I made inquiries of my own. And as far as I am able to tell, Hydaelyn has not made her will known to anyone.
During my time in the First, the Oracle of Light spoke to me through Reen. But that was not the will of Hydaelyn. It was Minfilia herself.
Indeed. And while she and Hydaelyn were inextricably linked, Minfilia yet acted of her own volition. A messenger, yes, but one who spoke with her own voice.
I wonder, could Hydaelyn's silence suggest the presence of some disruptive force, perhaps? Some obstacle to communication? While I share Urianger's high opinion of your conduct, I see no reason why she would deny you her guidance altogether. Then again, who am I to say? The fact is, we simply don't know. But if the explanation is to be found anywhere, I can think of worse places to look than the archives of Sharlayan, and their research on the Ethereal Sea in particular. Resolved though I am to go, believe me when I say that I take no pleasure in the thought of leaving you a member short. Now, of all times. Estinian, we stand on the eve of a struggle that will decide the fate of this star. One in which we Scions may play a telling part, yet we are but few in number. And so I must ask you again, will you join us?
You see the world the way you want it to be. I see the world the way it is. You are idealistic to a fault. But I know you would never turn your back on those in need. Never close your eyes to their suffering. And somehow, your deeds lend truth to your words, giving the lie to my doubts in so doing. I have seen others draw strength from your belief. In Ishgard, in Alamigo. You inspired them to stand up and fight. To win, no less. And even when you lost those you held dear, you carried their spirit with you and made their memory your guiding light. The burden of so many hopes and dreams would be too heavy for most to bear. But you bear it willingly, as you have shown me. Some dreams are too important to let go. If you have need of my strength, it's yours. After all you've done, how could I refuse?
Yes!
Thank you, Estinian. Whatever challenges await us, I shall not falter. You have my word.
And now, I may bid you farewell. Safe in the knowledge that all is as it should be. In this little corner of the world, at least.
Estinian unlocked!
You will be sorely missed. Tread warily in Sharlayan, and do try not to let the Forum embroil you in their politics. A forlorn hope, I know, given the individuals involved.
I shall do my very best. Farewell.
Okay. I am 95% sure it's finally simping time. Yup, there it is. The cutscene. I hope you have your pencils ready, Kakuin. Look at this.
Well, does this one meet with your approval?
Why did he have to pick Asahi's body?
Apparently not. Or could it be that you're still upset about the dragons?
You are unwise to remind me of so costly a failure.
Yes.
It will not affect our plans, I trust.
Oh, hardly at all. Though, admittedly, the chances of us being able to procure any more Mericidian dragons are rather slimmer following Tiamat's reappearance.
He's also doing the Jotaro thing where he wears
Seeds
the
have
jacket
been sown, my lord. We have only to wait for them to quicken.
that way.
Speaking of preparations, is it safe to assume that you will be ready to control you-know-what?
The hour draws nigh. This nation, forged for Asian ends, will finally prove its worth.
A mighty empire, now no more than an instrument of this star's destruction. What a pleasure it will be to put it to use. Which brings me back to our earlier topic. My lord, while I appreciate that it is not an easy decision, it really is past time you chose your weapon.
There is one that I have been meaning to test.
His English voice actor is so good.
Well, not quite what I was expecting. Though I will say, it does seem rather apt.
They're not showing it because they are bastards. Did you hear that? Oh, they teased us so bad about this. Oh, I love them. Well, it looks like I'm going to be a busy few minutes. Not that they ever seem to be anything but hot is. Tancred's got me dispatching troops to every corner of the realm, which is not to say I don't trust the Alliance, because I do. But when it comes to putting down primals, nobody does it better than us. Well, than you lot, more accurately. You won't catch me trading blows with the primal in the near future. But for every fell fiend you vanquish, there's countless meals to arrange, baths to fill, sheets to wash, stores to replenish, and the list goes on. Which is where I come in. And gladly, mind you. It's the least I can do to support the science who risk life and limb, like poor Arnold. Hot overload? Gib. I wish there was something we could do for him. But we'll just have to settle for saying the odd prayer and keeping a roof over our heads. It wouldn't do to have him come back to a complete shambles, now would it? But that's enough of my rambling. Off you go and get some rest. If there are any developments, I promise you'll be the first to know. And now, achievement. We are now in 5.55. There's only 3 quests left in this expansion. And then it's Endwalker time. Now, Rain, you're looking well. I take it you managed to squeeze in some rest if you came here hoping for tidings from Kryl. I'm afraid we'll still be waiting. But we do have some odd scraps of news to share. Scraps, she says. Lunar primals have been popping up all over the place, but the Alliance has the situation well in hand, thanks in no small part to Hori, Boulder, and the others. Meanwhile, talks with the beast tribes are going to be even better than expected. Encouraged by Uldar's progress with the Amal Jar, Gridani has opened negotiations with the XIV, believe it or not. All of which is obviously very encouraging, but with the Telophoroi still out there. It's not as if we can afford to lower our guard. Yeah, I want to just put this out here. We are playing this in one go, right? We had to wait like 4 months for this quest. That scene we just played, the whole Arenvold is in the hospital and Xenos is picking a new weapon, and they still haven't really announced the new classes yet. There was like 4 months between that last quest and this quest. You just need to keep that in mind. We waited for this forever. All of which is obviously very encouraging, but with the Telophoroi still out there, it's not as if we can afford to lower our guard. begging your pardon, but I come bearing an invitation from the Alliance. The council meeting is due to be held at Alamigo, and your attendance is humbly requested. We were just talking about the Alliance. May I ask what's on the agenda? I believe the intention is to share news of recent developments and discuss what measures might be taken to combat the Telophoroi. In concert with our new allies, the Beast Tribes have also been invited. Let us hope that they will join us in the fight against our common foe. So the Alliance would bring all of the Beast Tribes to the fold in a single stroke. An ambitious plan, given the delicacy of the negotiations, but mayhap an expedient one, considering the threat we face. Indeed, my lady. And for their part, I'm told the Beast Tribes will have agreed to attend. The Scions too are present. All of Eorzea will be represented. Ooh. To arrange such a meeting must have been quite an undertaking. Not only diplomatically, but practically. Pray inform the Alliance that we would be honored to participate. We shall make for Alamigo without delay. Then I will bear your answer thither with all haste. We look forward to receiving you at the Royal Palace. Well, now that we've accepted the invitation, who exactly is going to attend? I move that to you and Y'shtola to lead the contingent. Given how long you've worked to end summoning, it's only right that you be present for what promises to be a historic moment. I think we've all played a part in that little endeavor, don't you, Rain? All present might rightly claim a seat, I do quite agree. But by your leave, I believe I shall remain here to lend what assistance I can to the coordination of our defensive efforts. I'm not coming either. Emmerich will be there, and I'd rather not be interrogated. Very well then. While those with the mind to hold the fort get on with holding it, I'd suggest the rest of us make up for Alamigo, shall we? Fuck. Alamigo. Woo. Alamigo. Woo. Wow. This map confuses me every time. Still. Hello. We've been expecting you. While some few guests have yet to arrive, the Alliance leaders are all present. Shall I show you in? Yes. Everyone is here. So many chairs. So many people in them. What's happening?
Esteemed guests, you honor us with your presence. As there is much to discuss, let us begin.
Information on our taken brethren you have, yes? Hear it we would! Ah! Beyond forgiveness these featherless ones are! With rivers of blood shall they pay. Freed our people must be!
We too would see your kin liberated. But ere we attempt their rescue, we must first find a means to negate the risk of tempering. Without that, we will be unable even to approach the towers, let alone contend with their defenders.
If all else fails, I've always found cannonballs quite effective.
And what of the prisoners? Would you see them slaughtered?
Think for a moment. Ponder, consider, think. If Merlwyb truly intended to bombard the towers, she would have done so by now. Remember, we came here to find a solution together, did we not?
Y'Stola spoke of defenders. I but offered a means to clear a path, should you require it.
Given the enemy's capabilities, we will all need to play our part if we are to have any chance of success. For if any here should give less than their best, it will be to the cost of every living being on this star.
A paragon, the Empire, our very gods. How can we hope to prevail against such odds?
That our foe is formidable, none would deny. But our strengths are many and varied. In this chamber, I see masters of strategy, masters of magic, masters of the land, the air, and the sea. And together, there is nothing in creation we cannot overcome.
Emmerich! And Ian, look at him! Ian is here! Someone else to simp over. Yes. Same. Mood.
I beg your pardon?
What is it, Soulwalker? Do not express your passion thus. A little pretty without gills, perhaps? Suffice it to say, I am proud to be counted amongst Eorzea's finest. We, Sahagin, will play our part.
We kobolds have not forgotten the crimes the Overdwellers committed against us in the past. But today we look to the future, as allies united in purpose.
Make mock of the Ixal, the Paragon does! Turns kin into puppets! Pits brother against brother! Free them from his grasp, we shall!
As Patriarch Zadar will attest, the Scions have granted us a means to free your brethren from their thraldom. This boon we will gladly share, that your people might never be enslaved again.
We accept! We accept!
Praise me!
It's taken a while, but I do believe we might be one step closer to a world without primals. Would that Minfilia were here to see it.
We still have a long way to go, and we're going to need a lot more Porksies. But we're moving in the right direction.
If I may have your attention, there is one other point I would like to raise. As we can all agree, freeing those held captive must take precedence over every other concern. But experience has taught us that none save those with the capacity to resist tempering can hope to enter the towers unscathed. And even once inside, a still greater threat may yet await them, that which we call a primal. Needless to say, if we are to succeed, engaging with such foes can only ever be considered a last resort. And so I move that we seek to prevent them from being summoned in the first place.
Yes! Both prayer and ether are needed for the ritual. Should either one be denied, the summoning would fail.
Indeed. And so we must endeavor to discover the source of the ether on which the process depends. Do so, and it may present a way to halt the summonings, or perhaps even neutralize the towers entirely.
A promising proposal. While you are conducting your investigations, however, we will need to remain vigilant, lest the Telophoroi commit further abductions and summon primals ere we have the means to prevent them. To stand a better chance of keeping our enemy at bay, we would do well to coordinate our defensive efforts, sending reinforcements to assist our neighbors when needed.
We Amalja would have been overwhelmed were it not for our newfound allies. But say the word, and we shall come.
I see we are all in accord. But what are we to call this proud fellowship of ours? I submit that the honor of naming it should go to the scion whose brave efforts have done so much to unite Eorzea. What say you, my friend?
I would call it the Grand Company of Eorzea.
But that's the name I...
A fine choice, for there is none here who does not love Eorzea.
Aye, in that we shall ever be united.
United in our gratitude for the realm that gave us life.
Ian just T-posing in the background like, yes, Eorzea is good.
That on this day, the Grand Company of Eorzea was born.
I don't live in Doma or anything, nah. Oh, look at Alfino. Ah.
How long have we dreamed of this moment? And now that it's here, Oh, forgive me. Might we speak outside?
Well, now that we are out of earshot of the other delegates, I hope you will forgive me for speaking my mind. Let me begin by saying that I have dreamed of this day since the moment I first set foot upon these shores, and that I was heartened by as anyone to see the peoples of Eorzea pledge their solidarity. Yet even as they uttered their declarations, all I could think about was the conflict to come, the sacrifices. What would be made if the lives lost? Inevitabilities that I still struggle to accept. But at least now there's hope. The formation of the Grand Company of Eorzea is the first step, the first of many. Many and more. Elder Seedseer, how might we be of service? I seek Master Alfino's assistance in a matter involving Gridania's neighbors, the Sylphs. I know that you and yours have long kept a weather eye upon the crystal trade, the better to predict the coming of primals, and so you will be familiar with the Sylphs of the Ash Crown Consortium. Through their dealings, they have cultivated relations with not only the city-states, but many other communities besides. Communities such as the tribes. Just so. It is our hope that we may make use of the Sylphs' established lines of communication to coordinate the efforts of a new fellowship. Yet there remain certain practical differences between the Trade Consortium and the Grand Company. The Sylphs are to perform the task effectively, they will require the counsel of one versed in the operational aspects of an armed force. An armed force founded with a self-same goal in mind, no less. The Crystal Braves, yes. Forgive me, Master Alfino. I know that it was a painful chapter in your life, but the experience may yet be made to serve the realm. In my hubris, I plotted a course for the Crystal Braves, which stretched far beyond the Order's initial conception. One intended to pave the way for founding of what I intended to call the Grand Company of Eorzea. But my plans all came to naught. Built upon frail foundation of lofty ideals, the Order was doomed from the first to collapse under the weight of more worldly interests. And I have no wish to see this new endeavor suffer the same fate. Mayhap I ask too much of you? Not at all. You may count upon my assistance, from what little it's worth. By your leave, I shall prepare a report, including a list of recommendations drawing the lessons I learned from the failures of the Crystal Braves. You have my gratitude, Master Alfino, and my trust. When your report is ready, pray share it directly with the Sylphs. With your guidance and the earnest efforts of every goodly soul gathered here this day, I have no doubt that our fellowship shall emerge from the shadow of the Telophoroi and flourish. Until next we meet, my friends. Before committing anything to writing, there are a number of people whose thoughts I'd like to hear. Former Braves, you understand? Might you join me in seeking them out? As if you have to ask. Thank you. As someone who witnessed the Order's rise and fall, yours would be a reassuring presence. I'll join you. If you're planning to canvass the opinion of your former comrades, it will be a lot quicker if we share the task of questioning them. And maybe Raha can lend a hand as well. I shall accompany Thancred back to the Rising Stones. Between us, I dare say we should be able to provide an accurate enough account of the day's events. Raha! We should be glad of your company, Raha. I explained the details on the way. Cat boy! Whee! I think we will soon be paying the Sylphs a visit. How fascinating it will be to speak with them in person. Though I gather the conversation can prove rather challenging. So what's the plan, brother mine? Before discussing the task at hand, I should probably admit the report I proposed is largely written. Not long after the fateful day in Rildar, I penned a detailed account of the organization's history, from the events that led to its inception to the fallings that brought about its demise. They said it primarily as a means of taking some semblance of responsibility. Never did I imagine that it might later be referred to by those seeking to form a similar organization. And while I made every attempt to be objective, the account was mine alone, and its events viewed from my singular perspective. For it to be of use, however... Pagl'than, yes. For it to be used, however, it must be broadened to encompass the viewpoints of all involved. Only then can it answer what seems to me to be the crucial question, namely, why, after the Crystal Braves disbanded, did some members choose to remain with us while others did not? I see. So you think the answer will tell us something about the nature of ties that bind our new company together? And that this knowledge might help us to prevent it from falling apart when these bonds are inevitably tested? That is my hope, yes. But the questions I would ask are uncomfortable to some. As the former commander of the Crystal Braves, I doubt that those who abandoned the cause would be welcome to my inquiries. Then Gra and I will just have to try. Meanwhile, the two of you can talk to the ones that kept faith. A fine suggestion. Have care. However, certain of my former comrades are of questionable characters. So keep your wits about you and let us reconvene in Gridania later on. Hi, Corey. If you have no objections, I have a mind to begin with speaking with Riol and Alien. If memory serves, the two of them will be attending the intelligence briefing at Custom Orients. Let us seek them out there. Well, look who it is, and what brings you to here. Wouldn't have anything to do with the big meeting, would it? In a manner of speaking, I've been assigned a task, you see, for which I require the assistance of former members of the Crystal Braves. So you want to know why we decided to stick with the science, eh? Ain't an easy thing to put into words there. As Real will attest, I spent a long time agonizing over my failure to alert you to the traitors in our midst. For my negligence, I was captured along with many others. We were powerless to prevent the tragedies that ensued. Not a day goes by that I do not think of back to those fateful events. By joining the Scions, I hope to redeem myself, and I will continue to serve the cause for as long as I'm able. But that wasn't my only reason. When we first finally reunited at the Rising Stones, you refused to blame anyone but yourself for the fall of the Crystal Braves. And in spite of everything that happened, everything you had suffered, you took us back without a moment's hesitation. We would not have blamed you had you turned us away. But when you gave us your trust instead, what else could we do but to try to repay it? Nothing, that's what. And from my own tale, well, I've always had the Scions have something in common with the old crew. The duty of the strongest to protect the weak, that was our creed. I will still strive to live by to this day. But as time's gone on, I've learned that strength comes in many shapes and sizes. From Hori Boulder to Mistress Tataru, we've all of us got something to offer. And none of us is doing it for personal gain. Because we believe there's more important things than that. Things worth protecting. Which is what being a Scion is all about. I am at a loss of words. Thank you, my friends. To hear this from you means more than you know. Forgive me, Rain. Could you... Why do you think the Crystal Braves ended in failure? Well, it's fun in a dudes for something to be proud of, but a dudes alone don't make a crew. For every swab who signed up with the good intentions, there was another who was only in it for the coin and glory, or both. Ours was quite a disparate band. And while I will never forgive Ilbert, the fact that we managed to function at all was thanks in large part to his efforts. Just a pity he was doing it all for the wrong reasons, eh? When you take one bad apple, they say, and the Braves had a barrel full of them. But like the Science, you might look like a ragtag band of misfits, but deep down, we've all got a shared sense of purpose. And why? Because Tataru sifted out all the glory hunters before they made it through the door. See. So while our ranks comprise a diverse range of people, each with their own individual strengths, we are all united in purpose. Thank you, my friends. With your permission, I shall make a record of your discussion and refer to it when drafting my recommendations. Until we meet again. Ding. 2 quests left in this expansion. Well, I think we've taken up enough of our colleagues' time, and I'm unconscious that life-affirming testimonies await. Let us make our way to Gridania and hear what the others have learned. Oh yeah, I have to ask. Music. To the people in here who enjoy simping over characters in this game, what do you think about Urianger? And even more importantly, what if there was a character that kind of looks like if Urianger was Alphino, but Alphino was as big as Urianger. A kind of, you know, a mix of features. The last question is mostly for Kakuin, I guess. Thanks to Totaro's ever-dependable intelligence, we managed to track down a handful of former Braves without any difficulty. Some are forthright, others less so, but we heard enough to form a picture. Must warn you, Alphino, some of the comments were harsh. I can well imagine, but their opinions are no less vital to my report. I seek the unvarnished truth. Thank you. I will set about adding your findings to my own ones. I've been blinded by Daddy's beauty. I can't see anything, so I can't comment. Oof. Well. Pray go on ahead to your little solace and seek out Elder Frixio. I will join you anon. This game has so many hot characters. Ah, yes, the Daddy collage. Very important. Whee! Ah, welcome, Brave One, and friends of Brave One. How good it is to see walking once again so soon after the meeting. Should this one perform the customary dance of greeting? No, be at ease. It is true that these ones are once delighted in making walking ones dance, but no more. Horned One, Canisena, said that the walking ones would be coming to Little Solace. Imperial ones are also invaded Cyphlands and abducted many of these ones, so these ones will be glad to bear messages between fighting friendly ones. That is heartening to hear, Elder. I will require all ones to work in unison to stop the Telephoroi. These ones will try very hard, of course, but in matters of war, these ones will have little experience. Any advice walking ones can provide would be most welcome. Oh, another pretty silver-haired one. And in quite a hurry, it seems. The fuck? Huh? Alice, you must come quickly. Whatever's the matter, Alphino? Don't tell me you couldn't read my handwriting. What? No. The Twin-Data officer accosted me as I was about to set out. Charlian has sent an envoy, who's due to arrive in Gridania at any moment. An envoy? Could it be that Kratos managed to sway the forum? Speaking of Daddy collage, I just bought a frame with python skin pattern to put a pic of Dilf Tarot in. Gotta upgrade the shrine. Hog? We shall know soon enough, but there's more. The envoy has requested that the two of us attend the audience with the Elder Seatseer. Really? I can see why they might want science to be present, but us specifically? Wait, it isn't who I think it is. It is. I could scarce believe it, but when I inquired as to the envoy's identity, I was told that it was one Forchenot Levillier. Your father? Well now, the fact that serving a member of Forum had journeyed here would be surprising enough, but him? Quite. I gleaned from this that they are taking the matter seriously. That may be, but why him? And not one of the over 98 Forum members, unless he volunteered for it. It has been some time since you last saw your father, has it not? Could it be that he's concerned for your well-being? Perhaps, but he has always been reluctant to discuss his work with us. Indeed, and whether we write to parents, it's invariably your mother who replies. Nevertheless, I welcome the opportunity to meet with him after so long, even if it is secondary to his true purpose here. Elder Frixio, loath though I am to cut your visit short, you must return to Gridania. Pray accept my apologies, along with my report. Couldn't resist once I saw that frame? Yes. Never mind. There will be time to talk later. This one won't keep walking ones from urgent matters. Go! Go! Ready? Go! The audience will be held at Lotus Stand, where the Elder Sitsia awaits you now. Let us be on our way. I am aware. I was replying to Karkuin. I was leaving you two to your discussion. Welcome, Warrior Flight. The Elder Sitsia and your friends are waiting within. The Python skin pattern frame sounds very nice. Friends, thank you for all coming so swiftly. Word of Master Fortune knows. Word of Master Fortune's visit took us quite by surprise. When the Alliance granted Mistress Kral's permissions to request Trallian's aid, we did not anticipate so promptly a reply, much less that it would be delivered by a member of the Forum. What the nature of that reply may be, we shall soon discover. It's time for Alphino's dad! Are you ready for Alphino's dad? There he is! Look at him!
Elder Sitsia, I thank you for granting me this audience.
Okay, give me a give me out of 10. How hot is Alphino's dad?
I am Fortuno Levea, here in my capacity as representative of the Forum.
It is I who should thank you, Master Fortuno, for journeying so far and so swiftly. Would that our first meeting could have been under happier circumstances.
It has been too long, Father. You look well.
As do you both. Ameliance will be glad to hear that you are taking care of yourselves.
How is Mother?
She misses you terribly, of course, but is otherwise a picture of health.
Maybe you'll get adopted if you ask nicely.
Circumstances apart, I'm grateful that our meeting has afforded me the chance to be reunited with my children at long last. And I believe I also owe you thanks for the hospitality you showed my father, Louiswa, during his sojourn in Eorzea.
All thanks we owe to him. In the days prior to the 7th Umbral Calamity, it was your father's tireless efforts which granted us a means to vanquish the Primals. Were it not for him, Our strength would have been quite spent by the time the Empire arrived. That Gridania still stands is in large part his achievement. He was a great man.
He would doubtless have been moved to hear you say so. I must confess, however, that I opposed his decision to intervene. And my position remains unchanged.
To chart the course of history, not to change it. I am familiar with the Sharlayan stance.
It is more than that. It is our way of life, who we are. But I came here not to deliver a lecture, but the Forum's answer to your request. Sharlayan will under no circumstances intervene in the conflict between Eorzea and the Garlean Empire.
May I ask for what reason the Forum has come to this decision? The final days spell the end not only for Eorzea, but the entire world.
The final days? Pray spare me your hyperbole. This conflict is no more than the latest in a series of petty squabbles between yourselves and Garlemald, one in which Sharlayan will take no part. If the final days were truly upon us, we would know.
Father, you must ask the Forum to reconsider. You may feel safe on your little island across the waves, but if you imagine the Telophoroi will leave you be, you are mistaken. They mean to kill us all, themselves included.
Alphino is right. We have seen what the enemy is capable of, the lengths to which they'll go. This is no time to turn a blind eye. If Eorzea falls, so too will Sharlayan. So if you truly love our homeland, you will join us. Now, before it's too late.
I thought you knew better than to raise your voice to your elders. It seems I was wrong. Wrong to ever let you leave, Sharlayan. I consoled myself that your time abroad would instill in you some hint of restraint, of discipline. But I see now that Eorzea has made fools of you both. Have you forgotten why it was that I so vehemently opposed your grandfather's departure? For all his wisdom, his only solution was to go to war. Death, devastation, ruin. Even those who claim victory are scarred for life. What prize could ever justify such sacrifice? It is the duty of the learned to avert such tragedy. By fanning the flames of war, you forsake all you once held dear.
It is now time for us to pick the insult. Do we call him impatient, stupid, or indifferent? I'm gonna go with two. To ignore the plight of those one might conceivably say is not wisdom. It's indolence.
I see your friend shares your misguided ideals. But unlike him, you should know better. By espousing such barbaric notions, you subvert the teachings of Sharlayan and place all we have worked for in jeopardy. Alphino, Alisaie, as of this moment, you shall no longer bear the name of Leveilleur.
What?
How you choose to live your lives is no longer my concern.
If you wish to walk the path of ruin, I will not stand in your way.
Master Fortuneau, while Charlian may have no intention of intervening in this conflict, we can still part as friends.
Yes,
Will
yes,
you
I
not
did,
stay and speak with us, that we might learn of Charlian's hopes for the morrow?
I have said what I came here to say. Any further discussion would be meaningless.
Father! Wait!
Don't bother, Alize!
How can you stand there and watch him walk away? How can you let this happen?
Oh, he wouldn't if he had a choice. But he knows how stubborn his father is. So that's what he came here to say? That we are all fools for having the temerity to defend ourselves against the Telephoroi? And as for the rest, like it or not, but this was the Forum's decision. To watch from afar while Eorzea burns. I think Alize needs so many hugs. Father was but the messenger, and as he'd handed down the judgment, I could think of nothing to say that could possibly sway him. I still can't. To have prolonged the discussion would have changed little, for it is only Master Fortuneau who must be persuaded. Not only Master Fortuneau who must be persuaded, but the Forum as a whole. The decision was made ere your father crossed the sea. Nor is it like to be changed, and so we shall face the Telephoroi without their aid. Forgive me, but if they had no intention of helping us, then why would they go to the trouble of sending an envoy in the first place? Why did they not simply keep their counsel, as they are wont to do? Rain, has Master Fortuneau arrived yet? Then it is as I feared. My efforts were in vain. I pleaded our case to as many Forum members as I could, but they flatly refused to discuss the matter. No, that's not exactly true. I should rather say that they ignored every word I said on the subject without exception. It was almost unnerving. Could it be that they are hiding something from us that might go some way to explain Master Fortuneau's performance? When he said that they would know the final days were truly upon us, I dismissed it as pride. But what if they genuinely believe that they know how the world will end, and simply disagree with us about the circumstances? That I don't know, but something tells me they are not as unconcerned about the Telephoroi as they claim. If the threat weren't real, why else would they be so standoffish and secretive? I would very much like to delve deep into this, but I'm afraid I've exhausted every avenue of inquiry. Nor have I fared any better with my other mission. Researching hydrogen at the Ethereal Sea. I tried enlisting the help of experts in the field, but it appears the Forum has forbidden anyone from cooperating with us. Obstructed at every turn. So it would seem. But don't lose heart just yet. With all the knowledge and acquaintances we have between us, we can still find a way forward. To that end, I would like you all to join me here. When the time is right, of course. I'm aware that matters in Eorzea stand on knife edge. But with your permission, can I at least start making the necessary arrangements? We're going to Shalian! I love that it's actually here. Like, I've always wanted to visit Shalian. I'm just gonna say it. And so you shall, albeit under less than happy circumstances. It may take a while to secure entry for you all, but I'll let you know when everything's in order. Look after yourselves in the meantime, won't you? Your speculations give me cause to hope. Yet if these seeds will bear fruit, I cannot say. Well, it is possible that Sharlians hide some secret truth from us. There can be no certainty that its exposure will prompt them a change of heart. And so, for the present, we must needs confront the plight in which we find ourselves. The Forum has refused to our request for aid, and it falls to us alone to contend with the Telophoroi. Even with all of Eorzea standing united, there's no guarantee that we will prevail. What does Sharlian intend to do if we fail? Zephyr. Our Sharlian's stance is indeed disappointing. We cannot allow ourselves to be distracted from the challenge before us. There's much and more to be done. I shall begin by sharing the Forum's response with my counterparts in the Alliance. Meanwhile, I would ask that the Science... Grave tidings, Walking Ones. Grave tidings. Calm yourself, my gentle friend. What has occurred? These ones, who were to see the Feathered Ones, there's some terrible news. Destroying Ones have appeared in Salvatore. Destroying Ones, captured Ones, and even frightful godly Ones. Feathered Ones didn't stand a chance and were sent flapping and squawking. When did this happen? Is it too late to help them? Feathered Ones? Klart, Mistrache? Yes. Klarte. Clarton. It's fine now. What's his name? Too late. Yes, much too late. But luckily, Destroying Ones were only passing through and continued on west. Feathered Ones who did not fight were left unharmed. West. That would be Curthus. France. I just call him Claude. Yeah. What? I don't fucking know. My lady, the Guardians report that the Telophoroi have emerged from the eastern highlands of Curthus and are marching at speed. Though the purpose has yet to be determined, that Cottonelle Flats would seem their most likely destination. Lord Emmerich has already dispatched his forces and requests our immediate support. Tell him he shall have it. The time has come for the Grand Company of Eorzea to prove its worth. Well, mayhap it's a mercy that we do not have the time to steer upon our misfortunes. Come, my friends, let us make haste to Cottonelle. Wait! This one almost forgot. Destroying Ones were said to be led by Cackling Robed One. This one must see all that Waking Ones know. Farewell. Fandaniel. Who else? It was only a matter of time before that greedy maniac showed himself again. I shall have an airship to be ready to bear you to Cottonelle. Pray see your preparations and report to the landing with all haste. At once, my lady. Let us away. Oh, this riff is so good. Okay. So, this is the final quest of Shadowbringers. But they wouldn't let us go out with just talking after months of wait for this. No. There's one last thing in here that I'm excited for. before we get to... Even if it's an unfair comparison, the best expansion, and it is an unfair comparison. But, yeah. One last thing. Alphino! Fodola? Come on, this will only take a moment, alright? Rain, it would seem Fodola here has come all the way to Gridania to find us. I've explained the situation, but she insists her business is urgent. Aye, and it'll be over sooner if you shut up and come with me. Ah, yes. It's time for Kakuin to become angry. As you promised. Because he is not fine.
Arenvold!
Alive.
I can't tell you how good it is to see you.
Bonk. Yes.
It arrived a lot sooner than expected, eh? The day I craned my neck up at you.
Only because you're sitting down. Unless...
Afraid so. The Chirurgeons say I may never walk again. Come on, Alphino, it could be worse. Besides, I didn't come here to dampen the mood. Quite the opposite. All I've ever wanted was to fight for a cause I believe in. But my fighting days are over. So I want you to fight in my stead. Be the hero I can't.
I am no hero.
That's what they all say, though. No one ever calls themselves a hero. Even the ones who eat primals for breakfast. It's for others to decide. Look, Alphino. You already are a hero. To me and countless others. We see you doing your damnedest to protect us all. And you're not alone, are you? There are people who believe in you, just as you believe in them.
He'll be sure to give your regards to the Tilophoroi.
I know what's at stake, and how many people are depending on you. But I believe in you. Believe that you'll see it through. That's why I'm entrusting my dreams to you. Like Albert and Owly once entrusted their dreams to me.
There was a time when I would have borne the weight of such expectations without a second thought. But now, I know just how heavy that burden can be. To tell the truth, I'm beginning to wonder if I chose the right path. Sacrifices will inevitably be made for the sake of the ideals I uphold. Maybe I am not the person I thought I was. The person you think I am.
I wouldn't presume to tell you. But I will say this. In spite of everything, you've come this far. The road ahead might not always be clear, but you've never been one to give up or take the easy way out. And everything you do for others. For a brighter future. I'm proud to call you my friend. Well, I've said my piece, so I'll let you go. I know you've got more important things to be doing. Just give what I've said some thought, all right?
I shall, my friend. And we will meet again soon, I promise.
Nothing left for me to do but wave and smile.
You've got a pretty narrow view of what it means to be a hero, do you know that? You think they're all forged in the fires of battle? That it's all about being brave and killing villains?
He is!
Alphino and the others will carry on their fight. But theirs isn't the only one. There are other ways you can make a difference. If you stop feeling sorry for yourself and put your bloody mind to it.
There's not much chance of me living the quiet life with you around, is there?
If you're content to twiddle your thumbs thinking of what might have been, that's your lookout. But I reckon you've got some fight left in you.
And I reckon you might be right. If there's a way I can still help my friends, I'll bloody well find it.
Also, oh no, he has the same voice actor as Artbird. The horror. A voice actor not getting fired and getting to work on not one, but two really good characters. Oh no. You can tell me later what that's all about. But judging by the set of Alphina's jaw, it appears to have done him some good. Tancred and the others have already left the Rising Stance, and according to the communications officer, Amilda and Colbert forces are also bound for Cartano as we speak. They mean to keep the promise they made in Alamiga. You must do the same. By saving as many of their tempered kin as possible. Anyway, the airship is ready to depart. We should get going. Boop, bop, boop.
My fellow Scions, as I am sure you will have heard, we can expect no help from Sharlayan, nor are we any closer to discerning the Telophoroi's grand design. And now, our adversary moves against us in unprecedented numbers, compelling us to answer in kind. The outlook, in short, is bleak. Yet though our foes are many, and we but few, we may still tip the balance in Eorzea's favor.
Of course. We will do what we always do. Deal
As
with
a
the ones our
bard.
allies
Ooh,
can't.
interesting.
A less than daunting prospect, judging by your expression. Could it be that you've dispelled your lingering doubts, Alphino?
Oh, I doubt I ever will. But as my friends have kindly reminded me, I have come this far, and that must count for something.
Gods be good, Alphino. That's what we've been trying to tell you all along.
For one so bright, you can be remarkably dim at times. There is such a thing as overthinking, you know.
I'll class
Might I
a
suggest
second.
that we continue this conversation after the battle? It would appear that Telophoroi have already arrived.
Even Dragoon.
I'll do what I can to cure the Tempered, but they'll have to be incapacitated first.
Have care, my friends, for none can say wherefore our foe did choose this fateful field to be our battleground. Whatever may transpire, pray grant him not the pleasure of deterring you.
Here we are! Listen well, friends. The Telophoroi are sweeping across Cartana. As for the Yasin, he is briefly sighted above the battlefield, but since vanished. He likely intends to watch events from afar. Thus far, the movements of lunar primates have proved difficult to predict. Even when poised to ambush the troops, they've instead withdrawn for some unknown reason. I cannot read this fast. Roban! Understood. They will not elude the science for long.
Prepare yourself!
Let's give it our all!
This is a PvP map, by the way. We are fighting on a PvP map at the moment. This is, capture, I think. Yeah, this is, one of the, 72 player, I guess, PvP maps. So, we have two kinds of PvP in this game. One of them is, regular, I'm gonna call it regular light party PvP 4v4. Then we have a mode that is 24 versus 24 with no wait, I think it's even 48 versus 48. Yeah, I think with a set number of parties on each side of the battlefield. And then we have a mode that is... Oh yes, it's this one. As the signs spread out across the field, Alize and Raha take flight. Take the fight to the Telophoroi. Woo! Yes! Give me control of the girl. Let's go! They had so much fun making this content. Woo! There's so many of them. Won't be curing any even at this rate. We'll have to incapacitate them first. I can talk, I swear. And Alize is obviously playing the best class. My main. Red mate.
Allow me.
Verse stone, verse flare. Boop. The best class. Oh, there's all still single target in this expansion. Oh, I didn't know that.
Just the beginning.
Right behind you.
Raha is not looking too good there. Oh boy. Boop, boop. Ah, yes. Let's fillet this bitch. Get fucked, tank. Ballistic missile. Okay. Ah, yes, I should leave. Big AoE. Big no-no. Die. It seems we've earned a moment's respite. That's a funny word. And let us take this opportunity to cure the tempest. Go, Angelo! 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. The no-no zone. Now remember, it didn't say duty completed. This is still... we are still fighting. They just decided to interrupt with a random cutscene. They can do that now. Hello, Fandania. Do you see that? The glyph? Yes. How worried should we be? Listen well, and judge for yourself. Though I can see ethereal currents, I had not thoroughly examined those that flow through the art of Cartino. But now that I'm here, things have become clear. The flats conceal an etheric confluence, like to the pillars of the Azim stack, but greater in scale, far greater. The glyph that Fandania has conjured reached into its very midst, and I believe I know the purpose. Should the lunar primals destroy them, it would spark a chain reaction with the potential to obliterate the confluence entirely. The resultant disruption of flow of ether would sow chaos among the elements, prompting earthquakes, floods, and tempests large enough to lay waste to the realm. That he would go to so far come as little surprise. We must needs protect the confluence at all cost. Is that Odin? So the time has come to pit my blade against this, against his. Follow my lead. That whoops.
shall protect thee.
That was delayed. Die, Lunar Odin. Also, yes, I'm playing Oriente. Finally. We get to see under his robe when he casts.
My turn.
May the 12 guide you.
Let's go. Oriente is so good. Oh, fuck. No! Whoops. I had too much fun attacking, so I forgot to heal. Anyway, this one has checkpoints, so it's fine. After every one of these encounters, you get checkpointed. Yeah, the main issue is that I can't exactly, you know... I don't have him in my party list is the problem. I love the moment when you find out that, oh no, he's hot.
I shall protect
so
thee.
Good. Gungnir. Okay, so I'm supposed to go here. And then heal.
May the 12 guide you.
And heal more. And heal the confluence too, quite importantly. This doesn't bode well. We must best brace ourselves. Okay, I'm bracing. Oh boy. But yeah, so if you've never played healer, you're shit out of luck in this one. You need to know what... You learned healer by playing this, basically. Oh no! Oh, uh-oh.
Away with you!
The best defense is a good defense!
More defense! Yes. Panic healer mode? Ah. This is nothing. Of course, unless you have not played healer in your life, then this is quite something. I also think it's funny you can heal the confluence. It's just kind of here. The best defense is a good defense. It's such a weird thing to say. Yeah. I mean, he is not wrong though, is he? Uh-oh. I keep pressing the wrong button. Ah! The reason I'm misclicking is because my aspected Helios is at 6 on my actual Astrologian layout. And whoop. Because if you're only good, there's always better. Yes. Meanwhile, Rahat here, Alize and Alize lock swords with the Taluna Ram I can read. Hello, Ravana is his name, and we get to listen to the good music, the good. Raha! Yes, yes. Catboy time. Okay, here we go. What's this? Ooh. Ah, yes, very nice.
I have you now.
I love that he's allowed to cast Break. That's a pretty strong spell you got there, Raha. Break. Where'd you learn that? Uh-oh. Boom! I need to fucking remap this. Hold on. I can't! Fuck. Allagan Blizzard. Allagan Thunder. Ah yeah, this. He is very much Ravana. Firefall. Firefall. Oop. And there we go. Now or never. Odyssey, go! Woo! And with a men collage, very good. Men. Yes. Men good. You can post it to my Discord if you want to. so we can all look at men later. Poof! The self-same moment. You stand shoulder to shoulder with Alphino and Destinian, resolved to lay Luna Ifrit low. And I'm me again. I love this section. It's so good. Men. It's Benui time! Well, let's begin. Radiant Purge. Uh-oh. Nails! Oh no, it is Ifrit. What a surprise, Ifrit is Ifrit.
You're finished!
You're finished! Nice. And kill that, and kill this. Refresh my timer. Break the nail. Nice. Just fucking reset my combo, I guess. Because, yeah. Oh, it doesn't leave for it. How nice of him.
We must fight on!
Ah, it's dash time. Okay. Alphino, you better heal that fucking conference. That. Hablab. Habababab. Really? Man, you suck. I just wanted my ley lines. Oh, more nails. Oh, but these don't do nail things. These do other things. Die already! You suck, Ifrit. Oh boy! So it's come to this.
Roar, Nidhogg! Roar!
He still has Nidhogg's power!
I have you now!
And he doesn't clone himself, so many Estinians! Boom, 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 boom! Yes! The curse of Black Mage, yes.
I will not be outdone!
Time we ended this indeed. Ifrit is having a moment, it seems. And dead. Boop. Bırak ümidi. Hello.
And thus another plan went up in smoke. I am beginning to see why Lord Xenos thinks so highly of you.
Where is his thickness? Why is he not here?
Not that this changes anything, you understand. You have merely earned yourself a stay of execution.
How do you know? Alfredo just rushed down and instantly started healing people. Such a good boy.
Glory be to Garlemore.
Well.
How fare the tempered?
We've treated as many as we can, but some were beyond help.
Do not hang your heads so, brave scions. Though not all of our captured brethren could be saved, we are grateful for those whose minds have been restored. You could do no more, and that is enough. So please hold your heads high.
Should have been quicker, but I'll do better next time. Thank you for your kind words. They mean a lot.
A victory at great cost, but a victory nonetheless. We must stay strong and press on. Isn't that right?
One battle at a time. We'll get there.
That
Agreed.
we will.
Look at these teasing bastards. And credits. Concept art time. Look how they list Sid and Nero together because they are husbands. I want them to date, okay? They're perfect for each other. Ah, Gabu. Fortunor. And Xenos. And Fandania. Okay. But we will keep the credits for the end of Endwalker. I just wanted to listen to that song. I also love the song that played after, but I'm not looking to cry right now, so... Very hard to listen to that song without tearing up. There's a bunch of these in this game. I trust you all enjoyed comfortable flight aboard the Pride of Fish Guardian fleet. Just to worry, the Bonanza has been towed to a nearby location to be retrieved at your convenience. You've thought of everything, Lord Emmerich. And may I say how much I appreciate the hospitality you afforded us on the way home? Oh, think nothing of it. Our destination lay in the same direction, and it afforded me the perfect opportunity to learn how my errand friends have been since last they took us leave. It would seem you finally found a place to settle down. I merely grew weary of wandering the Far East. The entire ending? Returning to more serious matters, while the Telophoroi have been driven from Cartano, just like the bulk of the forces yet remain. On the evidence of the Grand Company of Eorzea's first joint military operation. However, I'm confident that we have the potential to meet such threats head-on, even without the aid of your jaws. As such, while our forces keep the Telophoroi at bay, I would ask that you apply your talents to the task of neutralizing the towers. A sensible division of labor. While the towers remain, so too will the threat of the lunar primals. And given your expertise in the field of etherology, we are better qualified to find the solution. That we are, especially should it happen to lie beyond the Alliance's dominion. There's a time and a place for formal investigations, of course, but certain secrets I want to hide where only enterprising individuals may venture. I could not agree more, yet there are none better suited to this task, nor any upon whom I would rather rely. On behalf of the Alliance, I thank you. I look forward to receiving any information you are able to uncover. And with that, I must take my leave. Should you have need of assistance, pray do not hesitate to ask. Fare you well, my friends. I confess, I'd hoped to be able to study the towers more closely, doubtless they plainly are to the Telophoroi's plans. If we can discern their ultimate function, it will be one step closer to understanding our enemy's grand scheme. Should we succeed in neutralizing them, of course, it is all but certain that the Telophoroi will mount an all-out invasion. And then it will begin. The one who awaits at the heart of the chaos will come for us. For you. Yet in the end, our true nemesis may be the calamity to end all calamities. The final days themselves. Yes, all right, Alphino. We need a plan, not portents. As Thancred so eloquently pointed out, we are in a position to seek information from all manners of places, not least Sharlayan. According to Kryl, the Forum have been more secretive than ever of late. While this may be related to the appearance of the Telophoroi, that remains a matter of speculation. But one thing is clear, the Forum is determined to keep us from discovering the truth. Master Fortuno's performance at the Lotus Stand was enough to convince me of that. The matter beareth further investigation. I do heartily concur. Nor can I think of a more promising place to look for the answers as we seek on the matter of the towers. Sharlayan hath ever been the wellspring of etherological knowledge. I care not where we go. Here or there, my lance will be ready. And what of you, Rain? Might you be persuaded to join us? Put a course for Sharlayan! Do it! Get me there! Here! It's time we lay bare the Telophoroi's dark designs. It appears we are in agreement, but we have but to wait for Kryl to secure the necessary permissions. In the meantime, there's a matter I would investigate. Does it involve troll structures? By strange coincidence, it does. At present, I've only a creeping suspicion, but with your help, I will soon find out whether my fears are warranted. Ah yes, the best emote. You've learned the emote, Shush? Now. Meanwhile, in the Gallian capital, everyone get your pencils ready, they are about to drop. And so is this guy, look at him! There it is!
Those Eorzeans certainly are a stubborn bunch. Though I suppose you knew that already. My plan to redirect the ether from Cartano came to a rather less than satisfactory conclusion. It was, in many respects, an abject failure. Which does, of course, raise the question of where we are going to procure the requisite amount. The obvious solution would be to draw on resources a little closer to home, though that would require our dreamer to dream a trifle more deeply.
So be it. The dreamer will not complain.
Then let us begin the preparations at once. With the gateway of the gods complete, all that remains is to gather the necessary ether, and our prize shall be within reach. The time has come to fulfill your heart's desire, my desire! To relieve those wretched creatures of their meaningless existence!
While I await you, I shall drink a sea of souls and gorge myself upon the darkened moon. Then you shall come to me, all roiling rage and rancor. And the stars shall bear witness to our final contest.
Ah, Xenos. I hope you're ready for him.
As I thought, the ethereal currents have been disturbed here too.
It was the same in Thanalan. Make that every location we surveyed.
And the strength of each current has diminished dramatically, far more than could be attributed to a natural occurrence.
What tidings bringest thou from Dravania?
We took a number of readings, and noticed that the closer we were to the tower, the lower the etheric density became. In short,
the towers are drawing upon the land's ether, which would explain how they were able to carry out the summonings.
Our allies must be informed of this. We should return to the Rising Stones and have Tataru relay our findings to them.
Hear me. Hear me. Hear me. Hear me.
Hi.
Darkness comes. And with it, the end. The fate of the star is in your hands.
Everything all right back there?
Moon. At solemn dawn, grim purpose shines, and gazes cast toward moonlit sky. Thus does a final curtain rise, your steps to guide what end betides. Now, there it is. Endwalker. But as is tradition, before we jump into it, and we should be able to just jump straight into it, all the preparation is done. As is customary, we watch the trailer first. Everyone ready? Everyone have the popcorn? Because this is now actually our opening screen. We're here. We're done. Endwalker. Especially Kakin, because you haven't seen it yet. Kakin, you ready for the trailer? The low quality. I stream it and you watch it on your phone with minimum quality settings trailer. Or are you still blinded by Xenos' ass cheeks? Should make a stream marker here. There we go. I'll give everyone a second to situate themselves. And I'll get myself something new to drink. And then we watch this together. Well, I hope everyone who's watching right now is here and is ready. I got my drink. Let's go.
Smoldering softly, biding time, marching This land rent by tooth and claw.
Yes.
Alize! Are you alright? I can look after myself, you know. And I've had enough of this rabble. Come on!
As the chaos spread, the stars seemed doomed to unravel, and yet... there were those who stood in defiance of that fate. The hour is come, creature. It's all or nothing.
Yes.
The stage is set, but will our hero deign to play their part? You took your time. 'Tis as we feared. The respite afforded this land was but fleeting. The end draweth nigh.
Yes.
While the world is lost to ruin.
It would. Come what may, we shall live on. We must.
Do as you must then, but we scions will fight until the heavens fall, until our last breath.
Yes. High quality Xenos. The moon! Ah, the moon. Whew. Ah, this trailer. Ah, this trailer is so good. Ah. Well then, I guess we can at least get to Sharlayan today. Which is like the first quest. But we have entered the Xenos zone. The Zonos, if you will. Pets! Yay! Thank you for petting me, Kakuin. Well then. Estinian! Okay. More pets. Oh boy. Continues. Wait, do you have some time to talk? I would like to gather everyone in Dawn's respite, and together assess the situation in which we find ourselves. More Pat. Infinite Pat. Let us take stock of the facts then, shall we? The crisis at hand began with the sudden appearance of the ominous towers, the multitude of locations throughout the world. We have since learned that that said structures were brought into being by an organization known as the Telophoroi. The Telophoroi's stated purpose is to recreate the final days of eons past, an apocalyptic event that would result in the destruction of all we hold dear. Already have these towers of theirs been the cause of untold suffering. Countless innocents kidnapped and imprisoned, with their faith perverted for primal summonings. Unless we find a way to deal with the corruptive aura surrounding the spies, we can't even get close enough to rescue anyone. Those shielded with Blessing of Lights seem to be able to resist being tempered at least. But after what happened to Arenvold and Fordola, we need to be very, very careful about how we proceed. Though with these threats close to home, of paramount concern, we mustn't lose sight of the situation in Garlemald. As you know, the Telophoroi are under the leadership of Von Daniel and one of other delightful fellow, Xenos Ye Galvus, the Crown Prince and our dear friend. To date, he's reclaimed his old body, murdered Emperor Varys, and plunged Garlemald into an even deeper bit of chaos. The capital has probably seen the worst of it. For a good while there, it saw the bloodiest fighting in the War of Succession. That has since changed, and in troubling ways. Aye. During our reconnaissance, the air was not once rent by the barking of cannons and cries of discord. It was an eerie fog of silence which did blanket that ruined city. The inhabitants appeared to have been tampered. With nary a word spoken did they labor to transform the palace into a soaring edifice born of nightmares. If they were indeed made thralls, it seems safe to assume that these events too were orchestrated by the Telophoroi. An army of primals is often enough, but in light of recent developments, I fear it's only a prelude to an even greater catastrophe. We need to devise a means to counter this threat, and quickly before our allies are overwhelmed. We'll find a way in Sharlayan, I'm sure of it. Master Fortuno's comments regarding the final days were curious to say the least. The Forum knows more than it's letting on. Sorry to interrupt. You just received word from Mistress Trial. She says that arrangements for your visit have been finalized. You're to head to Hilum Settlements and board the next ship bound for Shadian. The music is so good. And on arrival, present yourselves as associates of the students of Baldassian. Come to assist with the Order's restoration. The arrangements may be settled, but what of your thoughts? They must race at the prospect of returning home after so long. I'm eager to see it, of course. Of course. We should set off at once. Then I'll accompany you to the docks. You need at least one person there to wave and cry. I wish you a safe journey. Ah, Tataru! I love her. The goodest potato. We're getting so close to my main account. I really need to finally figure out what we do with the Benui account once we reach once we reach to the same part of the story that my main is on. There's two options, and I would extend this question mostly to long-time viewers of the of Rain, of the Rain adventure. Do you want to keep seeing the new story parts that get added to the game and the new optional content with Rain or with my main account? I will obviously have to play it on both. The question is just, would I would have to play it on both if I continue Rain. I would then just probably stream the story on Rain, and then after that I would go ahead and just rush it through, or play it in German again, actually, probably on my main. I'd like to keep Benui, then we keep Benui. Once we are through with all this, with the massive main story of this game, we can do a lot of the optional content on Final Fantasy streams. But once we've reached content completion, outside of story patches, I will probably play my main more than I will play Rain. If we are doing crafting or farming. Because my main is the account that I will do raid content on, in any case. I will not be doing Savage raiding on Rain. Because I don't want to, sort of have to do it twice for two different characters. So a lot of the endgame content streams will be on my main account, but I will then, if you want to keep the Benui, keep doing the content, the gameplay, the story content and side story streams. I will keep doing these on Rain. We do also still have one massive story that we need to play, definitely. That will take probably another month or so to complete. Which is the Hildebrand storyline. It's, the Hildebrand storyline is a parody of contemporary detective anime, like Detective Conan, for instance. And it actually is also the storyline that has the current going to be best weapon in the game locked behind it. So everyone's playing it right now because they want that weapon. The relic weapon of Endwalker is locked behind the Hildebrand storyline. The entire storyline. That is a good 30 hours of quest you need to play if you read all of it. It's absurd. Everyone's here, which is good, because I've already paid for your passage and the fees not non-refundable. The ship for Sharlayan should be pulling into port soon. Please follow me and have all your luggage close at hand. Bonne nuit. But okay. That makes it easy for me. Bonne nuit time. Wait, this expansion just lets us instantly into Sharlayan. It's the first thing we do is just go there. And it's such a beautiful city. Time to set my home point again.
They've almost finished loading our cargo. We should be ready to depart right on schedule. Or so I'm told.
Excellent. 'Tis nice to have a smooth beginning to one's journey, at the very least.
It's funny. Master Louis Soir came here on a ship very much like this one. And now, years later, the street urchin he befriended that day is bound for his mentor's homeland. With his mentor's grandchildren, no less.
Aye. 'Tis upon reflection that every twist of time's river and fate's whims are brought into sharp relief. Thou hast matured much in the intervening years. Wert thou not caught attempting to relieve Master Louis Soir of his purse scant moments after he made landfall upon this dock?
Oh, really? Now that's a tale I'd like to hear.
Will this be your first visit to Sharlayan, Sir Estinian? Sir Estinian?
Are we strangers newly met? Why this stiff formality?
I, merely meant it as a professional courtesy, since we are now colleagues in an official sense.
I'd rather you dispense with the sirs, especially in private company. Or I'll be forced to respond in kind, little Lord Alphino.
You've made your point, Estinian. Painfully well.
Little Lord.
Better.
I'm so happy to travel with him again.
Are you all right, Tataru? You seem positively distraught.
Distraught? Me? Don't be silly. I think it's lovely that they get to see their homeland. It's just, we're trying to thwart the schemes of an army hell-bent on destroying the world. And, once again, I have to stay behind and worry that this is the last time I'll get to see my friends.
Oh, Tataru. I'll bring them back safe and sound, I promise.
I'll hold you to that.
Ah, good. You're still here.
Hori! Coulternay! What brings you all this way?
We're to assist the Maelstrom and the Kobolds with a lunar primal operation, so we thought we'd see you off before heading to the tower. Flamine and the others wish you all a safe journey, and promise that they'll look after things here until you return. We will too, of course. Aye, We, your fellow Scions of the Seventh Dawn, will do our part to ensure the end of the world won't happen on our watch.
We're set to sail! All aboard for Sharlayan!
It's time.
Then we must delay no longer. We will contact you the moment we learn aught of value. Wish us luck.
Have a safe journey, and please, please, be careful.
And so you venture forth unto the unknown. A fate beyond the horizon that cannot be divined.
Do you recognize the voice actor?
Undefined and in flux.
Do you recognize
in
him?
Uncertain times, naught but the simplest words of wisdom will suffice. That which lives is destined to die. Love leads to loss. Every beginning has an end. Treasure every moment, every step of your descent. And there, in the depths where souls and stars rest, find your truth.
I love that it's him. This promises to be a very, very good journey, doesn't it? Ah, shit.
Here. Feel. Think.
The day has barely dawned, my fellow earlier riser. Though we're hardly alone in that. Envious of those still sleeping soundly, no doubt. Called out to you, you say? I've heard nothing myself. In any case, I dare say the sea air will do you good. Why not join the others on deck? Sharlayan should be coming into view at any moment.
My voice yet reaches you. I am glad. Hear, feel, think. And thus do we meet face to face at last, my warrior of light, guided by the crystal.
Why now?
After your sojourn in the First, I believe you have your answer. You have gained an understanding of what I truly am, what Eidolon has always been, a primal. Zodiac was created to forestall the apocalypse which threatened the ancient world, and I was brought forth to bind him. Yet 7 times now, those who would orchestrate a return to that bygone era have rejoined a shard to the god I had sundered. The greater his strength grows, the swifter does mine own diminish. The power to draw your mind into the rift betwixt is no longer mine to wield. Yet though it taxes me sorely, I dare not leave these words unsaid. Even bereft of my guidance, you and your companions have accepted the burden of this star's troubled past. A conjunction has begun to form, an intertwining of your time and mine. Wheels shudder and turn. Conflict looms, monumental, which will decide the fate of this world and all life upon it. When you truly understand what is at stake, and your journey has prepared you to surmount the insurmountable, then shall I honor the promise made in another time, another age.
Cast your peepers to the fore, folks. Sharlayan's just over yonder.
I will not keep you further. Your traveler's heart must yearn to behold this unfamiliar land. We shall meet again, and soon.
Oh, what a fine morning. Oh, still a bit stiff though.
Oof. And a good morning to you too. Taken a look at the island already?
Then let's go. Let's go. Might still be room in the prow if we're lucky.
Ah, the sleepers have arisen.
The cutscenes are so good.
There she is. Good old Sharlayan.
Oh, I see it.
Home. Home at last. Well, maybe not in Father's eyes, but we'll manage on our own, if we must.
You do know you're not alone in this, don't you?
Indeed. 'Tis as Sir Estinian saith. Forget not the comrades who boarded this ship at your side, I prithee.
Thank you, my friends. We are ever grateful for your steadfast support.
Upon arrival, we will be disembarking into the heart of Sharlayan proper. There is no greater concentration of wisdom in all the world. I am confident that somewhere within that center of knowledge and learning, we will find the answers we seek.
Sharlayan, the solitary island nation of the northern seas. Where under the watchful gaze of Thaliak, patron deity of scholars, academics hoard all manner of knowledge and secrets. Once, they deigned to accept foreign students into a distant colony maintained in the Dravanian hinterlands. How swiftly they abandoned it once the first Garlean boot set hostile foot on Ala Megan soil. So averse to the prosecution of war, these men of wisdom, your would-be allies.
I thought they'd never let us off the ship. What's next, then? Entry applications?
Hopefully they find no cause to deny us.
Hasn't Sharlayan all but severed relations with foreign powers? Those of us without direct ties, myself included, may be refused outright.
'Tis true that, as a nation, Sharlayan only forms trade agreements with a select few neutral countries. But from a practical standpoint, an island cannot afford to be overly strict with its borders, especially not if that island's people are wholly devoted to the accumulation of knowledge. If one submits the proper paperwork, with satisfactory evidence of identity and intent, then foreigners may be granted entry.
May.
Yes. May.
Quite. So let us be absolutely clear on these points before we proceed. The immigration officer will ask for your affiliation and your purpose of visit. Considering Sharlayan's views on intervention, I strongly suggest we avoid any mention of the Scions. Kral has laid the groundwork for us to act as associates of the students of Baldessian, and our ostensible reason for being here is to aid in their order's restoration. Grahatir, it might expedite our progress should an actual student be seen at the head of our little group. Would you mind leading the way?
Of course. The immigration officers were this way, as I recall. Shall we? Greetings. We've just arrived and are eager to make our way into the city. Would you be so kind as to process our entry applications?
Certainly. I see by your mark you are an Archon.
I am. Grahat here of the Students of Baldesion at your service. I was assigned to an Eorzean survey team, but have returned to assist with the reformation of my order. My associates here will provide additional support.
Very good. I have paperwork detailing your group and its scheduled arrival for today. And it seems some few of your companions are also Archons. If you'll step forward, we can process those applications first.
Ishtola rule.
Orianger
Algoré
and Thancred
That
Waters,
list is
in case you're
etherically linked with
interested.
the citizen registry kept in the main repository.
I've confirmed your status as Archons and amended your travel records accordingly. Welcome home. Now,
They all have an last
who do we
name, so
have
just need to
here?
find them.
Alphino Leveilleur.
And Alizé Leveilleur.
Your applications have also been approved. Having said that, the streets are abuzz with talk of how House Leveilleur's lord disowned his young progeny. And while such personal circumstances constitute no reason to deny you entry, I urge you to avoid exacerbating your present situation. Times are quite troubled enough already.
We shall keep that in mind.
Oh, he's so pissed. He's so angry, holy shit.
These last two are not Sharlayan natives, but you will find their credentials are in order. An application was made in advance.
Name and occupation?
I'm Rainumbria, an adventurer by trade. I don't have any crafting stuff unlocked, so I can't say artisan.
An adventurer. Well, I suppose that is considered a valid calling in your native Eorzea, and it does indeed match the profile provided. You may enter. And you, sir?
Estinian Valino, formerly of the Order of the Knights Dragoon in Ishgard.
Formally, at least. And what, pray tell, is your profession now?
Midlife crisis time.
If you'll allow me... My associate is a mercenary, hired for his strength at arms. Surely you are aware of the dangers we often face on our forays into the wilderness.
I cry you.
Mistress Baldesion, if you insist on sponsoring his entry, then so be it. But while I appreciate that desperate times call for desperate measures, I find your choice of company concerning. Be advised that even a single misstep may have severe repercussions for your organization.
have every confidence in my chosen company, dear and trusted comrades that they are. But I thank you for your concern.
The best part is that she doesn't even have to lie to say this.
Croyle! It is good to see you.
Likewise. Long voyage notwithstanding, you all seem none the worse for wear. There is much to discuss, but this is hardly the place. Let's be on our way, shall we? Oh! Welcome, friends, to Sharlayan.
As your mercenary, I should hope my welcome includes a generous salary.
Well, I had to say something, Sir Taciturn.
We're here. Let's go. I require teleport point. I have to do this first thing or I will forget. There we go. Oh, hello. I have names turned off, so, yeah. Ooh, is that the, It do be. Damn, the mandible scythe looks amazing. What the fuck? Okay. Well, that will be the stream for today. We are here. And of course it's foggy when I arrive here. Because why would we get a view? Nah, illegal. Oh, I wonder. Is Alphino's mom already standing there? Or do you need to meet her through the story before she does? But anyway, hi Manny. Sorry for running away from you. But the Aetheryte is important. I forget so easily to harmonize with these. Thank you for the courteous bow you apparently gave me during the cutscene. Nope. Okay, she's not here until you meet her through the story. Sad. I wanted to show you Alphina's mom. But, yeah, this is the Levelure estate. Alphino lives here at Alizé. They live here, technically. That's their home. To be rich. To be rich and wealthy. Okay. Now, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the beginning of Xeno's time, and also the end of Shadowbringers. No one died for once! Usually people die at the end of these. Everyone lived. What a pleasant surprise. Well then, I will see you on Friday for Bayonetta Origins. Thank you for joining me. And I guess I may have a peek if anyone is streaming. But it doesn't look like it. Well then. I hope you had a good time. And good night.